I got a bump with ain't not fun. Okay, now drop your bags, ass. I've been here from the start. A little snapback, homie, with a plug in his heart. Took these Billy Strum cards and now they rip me apart. Now they run around in circles like them kids in the park. Not afraid of the dark, there ain't no monster inside. I pray to Jesus Christ, homie, they just keep me alive. Why you keep it 53? Cause I've been wrestling with pride. I try to keep it like I'm Texas, got the stop on my side. Girl, you know I'm a saint, so why you giving me hell? My uncle back up on the block and now they begging for bail. He always calling me for paper cause he know I'm the trail. Now I'm eating my McDonald's, I was fresh out of jail. Now I made it out of chunk, at least I know I'm up, boy, thump. Like my neighbors jumping up a pump, pump, boy, I bump. In that Billy Strong, he ain't know him, he ain't thump. He just grabbed the pump and made it go dumb. Got a pump cause he got no. Homie say tripping cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie say tripping cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump.
Now from the so-called City Beautiful and home to the Madden studios, this is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League from Orlando, Florida. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Their own 26-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his first look is incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but now it's 3rd down. You look at this Colt defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass, because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
And look here, it's an opening drive fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Here's Richardson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And Richardson slides down after evading the defense, and he moves the chains. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Richardson Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A really nice gain of 25 yards. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's a tap forward by Richardson. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Showed some strong running, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Second and 6. Forced out to his left. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And he's missed now his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Second and 10. He'll look to throw. Taken down. Back at his own 7. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Here is third and quite a ways. They'll look to throw here. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. They'll look to throw now on first down. A throw right side caught by Neighbors. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's second down. You look at this Colt defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the number 1 overall offense in the league.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Second and 4. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. They'll look to throw again. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 ending. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. The slot man in motion right. They're going to look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their... This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Here's a diving catch right side. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop in yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
That's out to the left, flat and complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up and make those throws, and he did that.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage. Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stretched the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Back to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
Richardson looking to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him. But right now, he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
19 yards there on the catch and run. Play action. Now Richardson out to his left. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down. Now Richardson. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's third of the game. Oh, some strong running. And the Giants are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Slot man moves right. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, what a game this has turned out to be for him. Remember, CD, he had the turnover earlier, and now the pick 6, that's the cherry on top.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. When you force a turnover on defense, you're the guy most excited about getting back out there and trying to force another one. How about him picking off that pass, setting his sights on the end zone? You know he wasn't going to be denied getting there either.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He finds his man, complete. It's Clayton. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Flushed out right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. They give him a gain of 37.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make our score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And just shedding him off there. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
At the 32-yard line.
Now Richardson back to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Richardson. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with great starting field position and 1 timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. No chance to win this game.
Second and 13. They'll roll him out right. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Flush to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Colts are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, have excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Cameron Vickers to kick off.
A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's a give up the middle. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small, manageable spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this 3rd quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, they can get away from pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight with the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Richardson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost.
Palm partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a yard.
At the Giants' 24-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. Oh, he bowls over him. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there, with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 10 more there and another first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will see. Welcome back live to Orlando. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Giants get a bit closer. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And it's not over yet as they're back within 2 scores.
Giants 15. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run, but he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Richardson on the bootleg here. He'll buy some time right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. Escaping the pressure right. And Richardson slides down after evading the defense, and he moves the chains. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
Here's Richardson to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Richardson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Back to throw. Richardson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This will be a 52-yard attempt. In their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns, or at least
the Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, they approach this drive with a lot of confidence. confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain.
It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Again, it's Johnson. The ball comes out, and this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery, but on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Richardson out of the shotgun. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.